Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be looking at two Yeezys that I promised before. It is the Yeezy Frozen Yellow, otherwise known as the Yebra. So first we'll go straight into the two boxes. Just by looking at the top of the boxes, can you tell which one you think is replica and which one is retail? On the right is the replica box. You can see it has a lot of dents in it. The retail one is in very good condition as it was picked up from the store directly. This one was shipped all the way from China. The 350 on the top is darker on the retail pair compared to the replica pair. This seems to be a common flaw on all of the replica boxes. If we turn it to the side and look at the boost side, the text on the replica pair is slightly smaller than on the retail pair, and once again is a lighter shade. There's also dents from when it's been shipped from China. If we look at the tag on the side of the box, I will give you a close-up of this now. You can see there are completely different tags. The print on the box is much thicker than on the retail pair, if you can see that there. Also comes with the retail sticker here, which is purchased from Foot Locker. I'll show you the receipt in a minute. And as you can see, on this pair, they seem to have got the Adidas symbol the same size. It doesn't seem to be much larger like in the last video I've shown. If we turn it around to the other side, here we can see the most common flaw again. The Adidas symbol is bang in the middle on the retail pair, but on the replica pair it is slightly further to the right and not placed directly in the middle. I'll now open up the boxes and have a look at the shoes. So we'll look at the retail pair first. So open up the box. I will tell you now, I have worn both of these shoes so that I can give you a true comparison of the shoe. So we'll take it out. This is the retail pair here. So, inside the shoebox comes with a receipt from Foot Locker. It also comes with a customer receipt. It also came with these three tags, the usual. And that's pretty much it for the box. If we look at the replica pair, I'll open this up. Straight away, the paper is much more plasticky. It's much more shiny and almost has a laminated feel. This is the replica pair here. It once again comes with a receipt, but this paper is a lot thicker and doesn't feel like a true receipt, and obviously the details are incorrect. You can tell straight away by the patch, you know where this is from. And this is the only label that comes with the replica pair. And I'll put the boxes to the side and we'll get straight into the shoes. So on the right here, we have the replica pair, and on the left here, we have the retail pair. Straight away, can you see any differences? If so, comment down below. I'll give you a little bit of time. I'll even do a bit of B-roll so you can see the shoes and get a bit of detail into them. Straight away, if we look into it, we'll look at the heel of both the shoes. Once again, a common flaw in all replicas is that the gap between the three Adidas stripes and the corner of the heel is much larger on a retail pair compared to a replica pair. As you can see, there's a slight difference in size. This one is a very good replica. However, you can still see some small details like that. So right away, we'll look into the shape of the shoe. This is the retail pair here, so you can get an idea of the shape of the shoe. And this is the replica pair. You can see there are slight differences between the shape, However, this is quite hard to see and would almost be impossible to see on foot. You can see the toe is much thicker on the replica pair than on the retail pair, where it slims very thin towards the toe point. If we look at the inside pattern of the replica pair, you can see this line here is much thinner and longer than on the retail pair. So if we look at the retail pair now, you can see there, it's much shorter. Patterns can vary depending on size and which factory made it. However, this is a common flaw on the replica pair. I will now give you a close-up of both toe boxes, just so you can see if you can see any differences. The patterns are very similar, but there might be slight differences depending on size and other variants such as that. If we switch around to the heel of the shoe, the retail pair being on the left here and the replica pair being on the right, remember? So we'll look at the heel of both of these. Do you see any differences? For this pair, unlike the Sesames, the retail pair has a much cloudier heel sole and you cannot see the boost on the bottom. If you look at the replica pair, you can see the boost coming through and it has a slight shinier sense to it, but this is slightly different on the retail pair. If we look at the inside pattern again, as you can see, that inside stripe there is much longer on the replica pair compared to the retail, and the sole is slightly more see-through. You can almost see the pattern straight through it, whereas on the retail pair it's a slightly cloudier touch where you cannot see the prime knit coming through. If I have a close look at the stitching across the middle, you can see it's very cleanly done on the retail pair. If we look at the replica pair, it's a much tighter stitch. It's not as wide as on the retail pair. I'll give you a close-up of this too if you can't see this on the camera. It's much tighter on the replica pair than on the retail pair. On the replica pair, the stripe reaches about 1 centimeter away from the toe box, whereas on the retail pair, is about double that, 2 centimeters I would say, before the toe box. But this also varies depending on size and which factory produced it. If we look at the text on the side, the Supply 350, on the replica pair, it is brighter and you can almost see the red stitching coming through the stripe. Whereas on the retail pair, it's a much cleaner print. Stitching only comes through if you stretch the prime knit. However, it's not very visible in certain places as you look at it like this. If you look at the Y as well, there is a clear difference, being the lower part of the Y is shorter on the replica pair than on the retail pair. It's much longer, actually looks like a Y. This more looks like a V. If we look at the heel, there's a slight curve on the replica pair. If we look at the retail pair, there's a tiny curve, but it's really not as much as the replica pair. It more of has a flat shape to it. The heel bump will develop with wear, however, it hasn't developed yet, and I have worn these for quite a while. If we look at the boost now, this is the biggest tell point between these two. As you can see, the sole actually is slightly lighter on the replica pair compared to the retail pair. If we look at the boost, I'll give you a close-up of this as well. On the replica pair, it is rock solid. It has the many dots on it with the lines through it, but on the retail pair, it is the updated boost, so they are covering the entire boost area. The biggest tell point is the feel of the boost, so you'll have to have these in hand to see, but the retail boost is much softer. So we'll now look into the inside of the shoe. So we'll take out the paper from the replica pair, and then we'll take it out of the retail pair. Once again, you can see clear differences. On the replica pair, it's more of a plasticky feel, whereas it's complete tissue-like paper on the retail pair. There's also shape differences, but that probably depends who packed it in. If we look at the text of the insole, I'll take them out for you. From the retail pair and the replica pair. I've worn both of these without the insole, so that's why they're in pristine condition. It's always often better to wear them when you're walking straight onto the boost, I feel. However, on the replica pair, the boost isn't as good, so it's not as comfortable. So the replica insole is in my right hand, and the retail insole is in my left hand. Straight away, you can see a color difference. The retail insole is much brighter, and the replica has a dull kind of look to it. If we look at the text straight away, you can see the 3 stripes in the Adidas are different thickness. The top one's thicker than the middle one, and then the lowest one is the thinnest. If we look at the retail pair, all lines are cleanly printed on the Adidas symbol, and they're all exactly the same size. The text is clean on both of them, but there is a slight slant to the one on the replica sole, which is tilting inwards. If we look at the bottom of the insole, I will give you a close-up of this as well. The dots at the forefoot on the bottom are printed much cleaner than on the replica pair. The replica pair, some of them are merging together. If we look at the bottom of the sole, the Adidas, this is the replica on top and the retail on the bottom. The symbol is printed much cleaner on the retail pair once again. The trademark symbol, completely printed clean, whereas it's slightly smudged on the replica pair. If we look at the inside, where the size is going 8.5 to a 9.5, it's cleanly printed on the retail pair, but it's slightly disappearing on the replica pair. I'll try and show you a close-up of this as well. So that's likely to be the end of this video, just a quick comparison between a replica pair and a retail pair. I have worn them both. As you can see, they're both very dirty, pretty used. The retail pair probably more. So that will be the comparison over between these two shoes. The replica pair has done a very good job of replicating it. However, there are still some slight differences. You can even see around the gap opening for your foot. It's a different shape to that on the retail pair. If you look at the pull tab, you can see the slight angle differences. However, this can happen on retail pairs as well. But you can also see the clear difference in size of the heel tab at the top. Stitching at the back is once again tighter on the replica pair than on the retail pair. However, probably one of the biggest difference is the actual sole color at the heel. That's very easy to tell. The replica has done a quite good job of trying to replicate the retail pair. However, there are still some differences, so there's still things to look out for when you're trying to buy an authentic pair. I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you'd like to see a review or another comparison, please comment down below what shoe you'd like it to see. Please follow us on Instagram, the tag will be listed here. And I hope you've enjoyed the video and have a great day. Thank you very much.